Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Cashton High School. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions. Well, we're here in Cashton, and it's going to be an interesting one. With me for the girls, the head basketball coach, Steve Hunsinger. And Steve, thanks for taking the time out here once again so we can talk some Cashton basketball.
Thank you, Ken.
You know, it's always interesting. We take a look at that Scenic Bluffs. That is a pretty tough group of ladies out there for teams that you have to tangle, and you went 2-2 since the last time we met.
Yeah, we've had some good competition, as the Scenic Bluffs always is. I think there's always a known entity in the Scenic Bluffs of you're going to have a game night in and night out when you're playing in the conference, and it doesn't matter if that team might be toward the bottom of the conference or toward the top of the conference. Everybody puts their best foot forward, and a lot of known pieces of how you're coaching, as you have a number of tenured coaches in the conference, and so it's competitive. It's a good conference, and it makes us stronger, that's for sure.
Yeah, each team seems to have their one or two people that, boy, if you don't keep an eye on them, they're going to sting you.
Absolutely, and I think if you look at the top of the conference right now, obviously Bangor and Royal playing really good basketball, have some talented athletes on the floor. Royal with a fairly senior-driven group, and Bangor coming in with some younger players that are really playing some nice basketball.
Yeah.
So, some good competition on that top end. Certainly in the middle of the pack, Brookwood is sitting in there, Hillsboro, Waniwak, and us battling it out as we continue night in and night out.
And that's the interesting part. Like you said, if you're not quite aware of things, you could get knocked off, and that's a feather in the hat for the other team.
Absolutely. We played Hillsboro about a week ago, and they came here on our court, gave us a great matchup. We had some opportunities to pull ahead. It stayed close. In the end, we pulled it out, and that's a good lesson for us on the basketball court of how we can go back and forth, but make sure that we finish in the end.
Yeah. Well, so you go 2-2, and now you get a chance to kind of, you're not resting by any means, because you're bringing in the Westby Norsemen.
That's right.
And tell us a little bit about what you know with Westby.
Well, Brian Hebner's been there for a number of years as their head coach, and he's certainly established a good program of girls basketball. Last year, they were very senior dominated. I think you saw that through volleyball, basketball, softball, and all the sports that were happening for girls over in the Westby side. They were really successful. And now it's that opportunity to bring some new players in, and I think that's where they're at. But certainly night in and night out, they are competing, whether it's in conference or on a non-conference basketball floor. They have the Gluck girl is really leading the charge for them right now, playing well. There's a Berg girl that's a startup player as well that's coming in and giving us some time and good minutes, and certainly all around they have some opportunities to score on the floor. They play a good defensive set as always, and so it's going to be an opportunity for us to again put our skills on the floor and make sure that we're playing hard.
Yeah. Did you when you look at your conference, and then you got to get some 2 or 3 of the non-conference, do you kind of try and space that out to have a different look versus getting beat up in the conference sort of thing?
Absolutely. I mean, anytime that you can get some different looks and different zones, different man schemes, different offensive schemes even that you're playing against, that's a new look and a new way for your team to grow and a new opportunity. And we want to put in good teams, good programs that are playing competitive basketball in that non-conference schedule. Certainly, we're running up against it in the conference, so why take it off in the non-conference? We'd rather bring in teams. Westby certainly fits that bill. We've got Luther coming up yet, Kickapoo coming up yet, so some quality programs that are really going to give us a test as we come into the tournament, which we want. We want to engage and certainly be playing our best basketball come to the end of the season.
Yeah. Steve, I'm going to maybe put you on the spot. I don't mean to, but I'll ask it this way. What's one thing that you really like about your team that you see that you're consistent, you're doing what you want done, and then the flip side, what's something that you would like them to work at and hopefully grasp before the end of the year?
Well, I think there's a couple things on the positive side. Defensively, we do a lot of things right. We're working on our help side defense, taking away the cutters, really working both man and our zones well, I think, back and forth. And we need to do that because we can't give up a ton of points. Offensively, we play transition basketball, and that's our other quality that I think, we're continuing to build on week in and week out, is get the ball up the floor, make sure that we're seeing the floor well and making good passes. Now, on the flip side of that, sometimes we're not making the best passes. I think turnovers have been a little bit of our Achilles heel this year, and so we need to clean some of that up. It gives us more opportunities to score, less time with them with the basketball, so that's important. We got to clean up some of those turnovers, make sure we're taking care of the basketball, because the farther you go in the tournament, the more that's going to cause problems if you're turning the ball over a lot. And, we've seen that in some of our games. So.
Yeah. Just ask the Packers.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't matter the sport, right?
That's right.
Doesn't matter the sport.
Steve, tonight is a chance for this week that we get to watch you. What do you got coming up the rest of the week?
Yeah, so we'll go back into conference on Thursday night. We've got Necedah coming here, so that's another opportunity again in conference. We've got to pick up our game, make sure that we are playing sharp for this week, and that leads into the following week. We're going to play a couple conference games as well. So really, this is all building our momentum to continue to play well on the floor. It's a nice opportunity to bring in, again, a good program in Westby, well-coached, disciplined program that we want to put our best competition and foot forward against.
Steve, we want to, again, wish you the best of luck not only tonight, but Thursday night as well, and the rest of the year. I'm sure we'll talk again.
Absolutely, Ken. Thanks so much for your time.
You bet. Head coach Steve Hunsicker of the Cashton Eagles as they get set to play a non-conference game. As, the team just off about 8-10 miles. It's the Westby Norsemen as they come to town. We'll be back with that tip-off in a moment. Well, let's try this again. Welcome back to Cashton. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions, along with Dave Gluck joining me tonight as we get ready for tonight's jump ball to get this ball game underway. And with the voice of the Westby Norsemen coming up to help, here's Dave Gluck.
Yeah, thanks, Ken. I sure will try.
I can tell.
Didn't take Cashton long to try to get into that post, which they did, getting it into Schendel. And she's followed by Gluck. It's a tough task for Westby tonight, Ken. They're once again on the short side of everything. And they got to fight to get ahead of those players in the post and not sit behind them like that.
And Lindley Schendel is, she's a tough one, a junior, been playing very well for the Cashton Eagles. Seems like whenever I've watched her play, she's been in that 16 to 20 point range, being able to put the ball in the bucket.
Able to make 1 out of 2. Westby here will first offensive position tonight. They get Grace Bailey back. She's been out for several games with broken nose and a concussion protocol, but she's back now, and nice drive there by Benish to open up the scoring for Westby.
Well, you never like to hear that, but glad she's back out there on the court. See, she's got the mask on and everything, huh?
Yeah, she does. That's smart. Cashton being real patient. One-hand pass inside to Helgerson. She gets it back out to Cook for the three-pointer. Over the top of everything, batted by Benish. It'll stay Cashton. Westby, a big, I don't know if it's called a learning curve this year, Ken. It's more like a sharp diagonal. As they are awful young and getting experience as the year goes on.
Well, you'd like to think that it'll bode well for them for next year with only, one senior on that squad.
Yeah, I think next year, though, they should be able to take advantage of some speed. Half push to the baseline, shoots it across. Nice catch by Cook out there. Another misfire. It's 2-1 here, early going. Non-conference game. Cashton also, they ran into an awful, vicious Bangor squad there a couple nights ago. Benish with the offensive rebound. Bailey gets it back. Gluck now gets into the lane. Jumper in the lane, off the mark. And here comes Schendel. Heft open, she can hit him. That one's off the mark. And Bailey able to come up with the loose ball.
That's a couple of nice rebounds, maybe 3 already for Bailey, getting the ball, 2 defensive and 1 offensive.
Well, it's kind of nice to have her back. She plays pretty hard nose. She's pretty quick, and she'll shoot. And Westby needs some people who are going to shoot the ball.
There you go.
That one high off the glass. And
yeah, you got to be willing to pull the trigger.
And that time, Helgeson just lost track where she was. You get below that block, Ken, I always tell the kids, get below that block, you have to know that one step and you're behind the backboard.
Yep.
So you have to really be aware of where you're at, especially you get down by that dash. This has probably been Westby's Achilles heel is the press.
Okay.
And trying to break it anyway.
And I don't know that we'll see Cashton do a whole lot of pressing. They typically, with games that I've done, they have not done that.
Berg with the shot. She's on the floor now. Booty wrestling for it. Benish getting into the corner, not able to grab it as Huntsinger pulls it out of there. And Heff now racing it up the floor. She's almost got caught in the baseline. Now they'll skip it to Helgerson. She'll peel into the lane, and a nice layup to Helgerson. Just did a great job, Ken, catching the ball and peeling right into the lane.
Yeah, kept the ball in a safe zone as far as she was concerned. Nobody could get to it. Laid it up and in.
That's a nice take. That's a great take by Booty. No one stopped her. Just get down to the baseline, get to the rim, and now she'll step to the free throw line. Like Ken said earlier, a lone senior on this squad.
Well, during the time, during these free throws, I think that's typically, Dave, when my opportunity to talk about some of those sponsors, and we'll do one of those with Westby Co-op Credit Union. 9 facilities in the area. We appreciate their wonderful support. Thank WCCU.
This game all knotted up again at 3-3. That went off the back of Huntsinger's foot. Or actually, no, Schendel's foot.
It was, yeah.
I pointed that direction. I'm thinking I'm helping him out. Banish getting into the lane, kicks it out. Berg almost pulled that trigger. Good job penetrating off that overplay. And a miss inside by Booty. Nice dish to Brooklyn. It's not able to finish.
Well, I tell you, that was.
Miller jumping that passing lane. That's going right to the backboard. Oh, nice block from behind by Cook. Gluck did a great job getting back in and hustling after the play. Benish now out the Booty from the free throw line, and another miss.
Well, there was a couple of heads-up plays by the Norsemen. Looked like Cashton might have been a little flat-footed there. Aaron really came in out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was a great job following that up. A lot of, you'd give up on that because it looks like an easy one. Don't discredit or forget about the block by Cook.
Correct.
That was just a nice block from behind.
That was a really nice block.
3-3 the game is a 13:30 mark here. First half action. Berg with the shot. She's been doing well from the outside lately. That's just off the mark to the right side. Woody getting her hand in there. Westby doing a good job right now, getting her hands up, three-pointer on the way, and getting it with Huntsinger.
That is the second three-pointer that I've seen her hit. The first one she hit was earlier in the season, and she was kind of shocked that she made it.
Well, I've seen them played a few times, and I just thought to myself, that's a bonus if you get her to get that. That's totally a bonus.
Right.
And boy, Westby just cold as ice right now. They have missed a lot of shots, Ken, within 4 feet of the basket. Another shot on the way, and that was going to go out of bounds.
Yeah, Lindley Schendel without touching the rim on that one. Wholesale change going on here.
Yeah, you got a couple of freshmen coming onto the court now, and Thureen as well as Stensling, and then Bailey back on the floor. The Schrader girls, Marley and Sarah, enter the game along with number 4 and Lily Sanders. Benish doing a good job keeping that dribble. That's into the lane she goes. A jumper. I can say it touched. Yep. Say it finger tipped.
The only Cashton starter out there now is Lindley Schendel. Oh, check that. Helgeson is out there.
Well, I'm going to talk things over. Well, the back official came up, Ken, and he changed that.
Yeah, he did.
That's surprising. He came from a long way away. He wasn't even near that play, but good communication anyway. That's good pressure. Good way to hustle get the ball. Just couldn't stop her momentum was Bailey, and she committed the foul. I'll take a hustle foul like that any day.
Yeah, no kidding. And good hustle there by Sanders as well, getting after it. But Schrader into Schrader.
This is Marley with the basketball. That one off the mark as Marley missed it. Oh.
I'm not sure
That will stay.
Yeah, who touched that for the Norsemen? I didn't see.
Well, Westby's not complaining about it, so maybe Benish did. Yeah, Westby's got to push him out of there. And it's Gluck coming out of it from underneath it all.
Yeah,
one thing she'll do, she'll get her fair amount of rebounds. She knows how to box it out, for one thing. Gets that from playing with all those brothers and nephews in the driveway all those years.
That'll do it.
Three, nice move to the basket. Wow. There's a could have called the travel on that one as she grabbed the ball with two hands, kind of took a step.
I kind of thought that myself.
Nice underneath the and overlaying it is Sanders, and now they're going to call a foul, a two-shot foul. We'll see if that goes on Gluck again, and it will be her second. Just got out of position.
Tough break there for Aaron. Let's take a look at, well, the Westby Co-op Creamery. Be sure to take home that country goodness, both conventional and organic dairy products. And our thanks also going out to the Varsity Funeral Home, serving the surrounding communities since 1970.
6-3 the ball game, 11-minute mark. First half.
Parents' night tonight.
And Sanders good on one of two. Just keep bringing the ball to the floor.
Helgeson with the layup. Off from the steal for two. And it's 9-3 here at the 10:30 mark. Cashton really trying to jump those lanes there, aren't they, Dave?
Well, Westby made it easy. He had two offensive players, Ken, within 2 feet of each other.
Yep.
So Gluck back in on the floor, as is Berg. That ball bounced behind the cutter.
Well, I was going to say the right idea. They just missed it.
And yep.
Quick hands there by the Norsemen. That was
Benish again.
Benish. I wondered about that, yeah.
Yes, Westby gonna need a score here. They're down 9-3 right now, and it's because of turnovers. And just a quick shot and way off the mark is Gluck again. Westby just shooting probably what? Well, they're one of probably about 10 now, Ken.
I was going to say it's...
The other one comes off a free throw the other point.
Right.
Cashton, meanwhile, just looking for some Good offense. The thing about Cashton, Ken, and what I've seen is they can go into their bench pretty well.
Yes, they do. You're right.
Now they're going to bring back a few of their starters.
Well, they can literally go 5, 6 deep on their bench, which helps them tremendously.
Now they'll bring a little more full court pressure. As Miller did a good job just coming off that screen. Gluck got a cut on her hip on the crossover dribble. Must be just not sharp at all tonight.
So is that like that's not a double dribble? What are they?
It's a carry.
Oh, it is a carry. Okay.
Oh, good hands by Benish, and they'll tip that one away as Heft trying to get it to Cook down the baseline, that short corner.
Well, we got a moment thanks to the Viroqua Dental Center, north side of Viroqua, for that next beautiful smile. Couple of point-blank shots there, and they just couldn't get it to drop, and Westby coming away again. Nice job with the rebound.
Berg gets it to the wing, tries to get into Booty. Nice and close, it gets fouled, and going to get the roll. They needed that one, Ken.
Well, I was just kind of thinking that. You took the words right out of my mouth, Dave, because they've been struggling getting some, decent shots to drop, and they finally get one. Well, let's see what they can do here with Booty's shot.
Into the hands of Berg and out. Into the hands of Huntsinger. Now Miller on an island by herself. And boy, Cashton just a little kind of out of sorts on that one, Ken.
Yes, they were. We're going to get a timeout by Cashton. I think Coach Steve Huntsinger says we got to talk this one over a little bit. Our thanks going out to the VFW of Viroqua. Be sure to stop in there for their Friday night fish. 9-5 the score with 8:05 to go in the first half. Back with more in a moment. Back we come here to Cashton High School, and I tell you what, a game going on right now. Non-conference, 9-5 your score. Our thanks going out to another one of those fine sponsors, the Viroqua Booster Club. And Rob Klum, the new president here, they remind you of their March 23rd evening. That's when they're going to have their fundraiser.
And Benish attacking. Nice job again. That's one thing, too, Ken, that Westby's had trouble with just picking their dribble up. That time, Benish keeps it alive, and good things happen. Now she's going to pick a foul up, though. But just keeping that dribble alive until you're forced to pick it up.
Yeah. That fundraiser for the Viroqua Booster Club, by the way, at the Pedretti Barn, again, March 23rd. That's a great time. I think it's something like $30 a ticket. But they have some wonderful food and just really neat what they do there.
When's that, Ken? Say that again.
March 23rd.
And that is what?
Viroqua's Booster Club fundraiser.
Oh, okay.
Bailey going
nice
down
inside
low,
feed to Booty, and not able to convert. There's Bailey with the rebound. Good hustle play.
I think that's number 4 on the rebounds for her.
Now Bailey will take the shot, and just again, Westby just not grabbing that basketball.
Yeah,
they let it bounce off their hands so many times. They'll stay in man-to-man defense. Bailey, now a timeout. Great job by Bailey, kind of forcing that timeout as Steve Hunslinger sensed a little bit of trouble at the top. He'll take a second 30-second timeout at the 6:49 mark.
Well, we'll talk a little bit about more of our sponsors then. The VFW of Oroco, as we mentioned. No one does more for veterans than the VFW and the Friday Night Fish. Vernon Memorial Healthcare, so much care, so close. And again, 16-plus years, they continue to do 5-star rankings and ratings, however you want to say it, with Medicare and Medicaid. And Vernon Manor Healthcare Center. Appreciate the terrific help of that healthcare staff out there for the best rehabilitative care in the area. Vernon Manor. Back we come here, and it's going to be Kate Wall in the ball game now, and to Lindley, Schindel, and Cook.
Helgerson, nice baseline drive, float with the body. Good backside rebound by Hunsicker.
Yeah, she was, it almost looked like she was by herself, but there was a couple other people around her. Nobody went up after the ball.
Well, just a great job crashing down in there and understanding where that ball may go if it doesn't catch anything. Berg, Miller, Booty. Stensling and Gluck again, hard off the backside now.
Well, Reagan Stensling, she was big today in the JV game earlier. Had her, I think it was 13 points.
And she's got a tough matchup now against the senior in Helgeson. Helgeson knows how to use that body. Just a couple passes, one by Westby, now one by Cashton. It just didn't need to be made.
Yep.
Fortunately for Cashton, they got a tip out of Westby on it. Westby just plays a little bit of panic all the time in their step. It just a lot of nervous energy out there, and kick out. Cook with a nice drive, and the floater goes, and now Cashton is starting to open this thing up. It's 15-7. Benish now with the outside jumper. Gluck with the rebound into Booty, and got it to roll. Whoa. Everybody was watching that one, huh? 15-9 now.
Hold your breath.
Gluck goes down, and she's not getting up.
No, she's trying to. We'll take a timeout and be right back.
Oh.
Well, Dave, a tough one there. You hate to see anyone go off, but that's Aaron going off with some help.
Yeah, you know, and as I watch it, Ken, I guess as the dad, you're glad it's not a knee.
Yeah.
Your ankles are bad enough, but the knee is really, really difficult to recover from. And
Yep.
she's had that ankle banged up already this year. I think this is looks like it's a lot more serious this time around for her. But back to action we come here. Westby 9, Cashton 15 with a 4:30 left here in the first half. As Miller up on that timeline. Now Heft got around the corner. Out here to Schendel. She'll kick it over to Marley Schrader with the shot. Bailey did a good job getting in position, but that ball just didn't kick out far enough. And now a baseline jumper, and boy, there's the rebounding again inside. Westby continues just to let players can get inside of them.
Yeah.
And now a two-pointer out of Marley Schrader.
Gaby Hyatt was in there. She was keeping the ball alive, like you said.
Miller now, three-pointer on the way. And that's not able to connect. 4.5 minutes approaching. Heft's going to apply some dribble pressure, kicks it off to Schindel, the runner. And it'll stay Cashton. And now Sarah Schrader coming in number 1 to give Helgerson a break. Oh, nice play by Miller. Boy, Ken, she came in. She kind of like a linebacker there, Ken. She got hidden behind Stensling, who was guarding Schendel. And then when Schendel released it, she stepped out from that shadow and right in front. Threen back on the floor now. Oh, there's a walk right there. Yep, they got it. Marley Schrader, she wanted to pass that ball and someone didn't come open, and she
kind of
committed to the step already. Yep.
3:30 to go here in this first half. Thanks to Vernon Electric, your touch-tone energy cooperative with that affordable electrical energy, bringing you tonight's action. And Sleepy Hollow on the north side with 3 facilities in Viroqua.
That was a good attack by Miller. It was blocked, but it was still the right thing to do, Ken. Get into that lane and try to make something happen. That one's going to be short. And Bird doing a good job getting it. Now Benish somehow dribbled through the traffic and she got fouled. And it's going to go against, they say sideline. It'll go against number 20. Number 2 must be Cook, huh?
Oh, yep.
Well, they said 22, but they said 2. Well, I tell you what, Ken, that's interesting. That ref allowed that. He's the one who bounced it in play, and he blew the whistle.
Yeah, because Carenta is now in the game.
Yeah, he gave that ball to Benish before he blew his whistle. Stensling underneath nicely to Threen. Not able to connect, though. Nice entry. 2.5 now, 17-9. Carenta with the drive. She'll kick it out to Schrader. She'll let it fly from the right side, off the side of the rim. Nice job by Stensling corralling that. And now Miller coming back for the ball.
Thanks to Tim Seelan at Seelan's Carpetland. If you walk on it, they sell it down there in Coon Valley.
And now we'll get a foul up here on the arms. Can live with that foul too.
I think maybe Carenta.
It was, yep. It'd be different if they're in the bonus, but okay, some decent pressure up there.
Both teams with 4 fouls now.
Huntsiger, Schrader, Carenta, and Heft on the floor here for Cashton. It's Miller, Benish, Berg, Bailey, and Booty. Benish, Bailey, Berg, Booty. Miller, it's like that old Sesame Street thing. Which one doesn't fit, right? It'd be the M. Booty. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I'm going to say about time.
She got collapsed down there.
Yeah. Well, she made a great move. Nice spin move, Ken.
Yes. They're going to give that foul on Schrader, on Marley. Thanks going out to Sealand's Carpetland. We mentioned, how about Scenic Bluffs Community Healthcare, corporate office right here in Cashton. Of course, well, you look at it, they have chiropractic, dental, behavioral, and medical care.
So Booty makes good on 1 of 2. .140 left here. And great pressure there by Benish. Really going after that one. If she'd just gone with that outside hand, I like to reach up with that inside. It's such a habit for a lot of players. But if you can get that outside one around, you get a chance of controlling that down to the floor in front of you. That one misfire from Helgerson. 1:18 left here.
Thanks to the Kevin Blusky Agency, it's Rural Mutual Insurance bringing you the action here. Of course, he's located in Viroqua, by the way.
So, Ken, I had one of my former players down in Lancaster. Put on Facebook, his daughter won a free throw, King Knights of Columbus free throw shooting contest. She's like a 5th grader or something like that, a 6th grader.
Is that right?
And she won, and he posted that, and I posted back, and misfired. Here comes Schrader now with the ball up to Heft with 40 seconds left. I messaged back. I said, free throws will win a lot of games down the stretch. And Andy came back with, sounds like coach.
There you go.
I did say, great job, kid. So, but free throws, they'll win. They'll lose a lot of games for you too, but they'll win a lot of games for you.
Win a lot. Yep.
That's off Benish's knee.
Well, for that down-home financial help, we thank our friends from the Riverbank, Westby, and Coon Valley.
15 ticks left here, 17-10. Cashton, they're looking to put one more on the board. Baseline drive nicely done off the glass and in for Sarah Schrader. And now you just don't want to turn it over and go into halftime here. And Westby down 19-10.
Yeah, not a bad first half here for both teams. Westby probably thinking that they should, maybe even have a tie ball game right now. Well, we'll take a break and come back because Dave's going to go take a look and see how Aaron's doing. When we'll come back with more here. We do want to say thanks to Premier Co-op since 1893, serving the agricultural communities in our area. Thanks to the farmers, and of course, thanks to Premier Co-op for their terrific support of tonight's ball game. And Nordic Lanes, Scott and Sue Sordahl remind you, well, it is January and it is kind of cold out, but I'm just going to put a plug in. You got softball action coming up down the road. Be sure to talk to them, co-ed and men's softball leagues up there. Of course, there's something going on for every season at Nordic Lanes. And finally, Miles of Smiles Child Care Center. Fun experience for all your young learners. Be sure to contact Ashley Liam. Certified teachers, Miles of Smiles Child Care. We'll take a break and come back with more action coming up in about 9 minutes. Back we come here, Ken Manning along with Dave Gluck as we are set and ready to roll here with second half action. It's 19-10, Cashton out in front in this non-conference ball game with the Westby Norsemen girls. And Dave, we take a look here, and you went down and take a look at how Erin was doing there, and I see she's got a jacket on and she's got all wrapped up in ice and everything.
Yeah, they're getting ready to take her home, and so appears to be pretty high on her ankle, but she wants to stay, but it hurts too bad to
That's a tough
think of
one.
anything but that. But
Yeah.
well, we'll take her down to the horse barn tonight and see if we can find something on the shelf there.
Back in the long day, they might have done that.
I told her, I said, you gotta, it's not a knee. It's not a knee.
Yeah.
Of course, she worries about track.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, she should.
Now here comes Cashton. Now both teams kind of get off there a little bit of a shaky start here, Ken, and we'll see if Cashton can maybe settle their offense down here and get a good look. It's a 9-point lead for them. Oh, you'd be thankful for a guy like Jared Hemmersbach, too. He's right over there helping any way he can. And
Yeah. That's Jared, though. He will do that.
nice block out there. Hunsinger gets up on Bailey. Cook just crossed over just in time before Grace Bailey took that from her, but now she got to the rim here, and she'll shoot two.
Our thanks to Main Street Mobile Mart helping us out tonight, Rob and the crew. Synergy Mobile Fuel Selections, and a great deli as well. Right on the downtown on the north side of downtown in Viroqua.
Kind of Jothan now in. Cook got 1 and 2. Now the turnover, pushing it is Helgerson. Just nice strength, Ken.
Yeah.
Just strength with the ball, dribbled right through contact.
Yeah, trying to slow things down there. That was number 1 in McClurg, but like you said, just too much strength. Or not McClurg, excuse me, Miller.
$23-10 now. 15:53. Cook a little out of control. That ball went off the, looks like the foot of Berg, but
no call as far as the kick. So.
no, not at all. Just trying to set something up. They'll do a little high-low here with their offense. Bennett squirts through. And that one blocked on the outside by Cook. Nice pass baseline over to Schendel. And she gets the roll and in it goes. And it'll be a timeout on the floor. Westby, it'll be a 60-second timeout, Ken.
All right.
At the 14:56 mark.
Well, thanks to one of our sponsors, the Viroqua Clinic, where your comprehensive medical care can get started. Part of that Gunnarsson Health System. It's the Viroqua Clinic, downtown Viroqua. Back in a moment. There we are. I'm back.
I was in a closet again, Ken.
I was.
In a phone booth. I'm no Superman, I'll tell you that.
Oh, me neither. Oh, shoot.
I made a hire one time, Ken, when we had down in Lancaster, and after the interview, I told the young lady it'd be a couple days. She called me that night and was wondering. I said, "Where are you?" And she said, "I'm in a phone booth in Fenimore."
I didn't know they still made them.
Well, I hired her. I figured she could find a phone booth. She's got to be something special. And,
innovative, right?
and she has been. She's been a great teacher down there in Lancaster and does some coaching, youth mentoring, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, that's
Benish with the drive.
That's neat.
Yeah, and she'll step to the line. Well, the Packers almost took one, Ken.
Oh, man, that was so. The only time that I scratched my head was when Love threw across his body and across the. I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah, he looked young in that play, but
Yep.
you know, he'll learn from that too.
Oh, yeah, he will.
Heat of the moment. Feel bad for a young kicker. He'll have to figure some things out, but he's young too.
Well, and they said that apparently LaFleur said you better get consistent if you want to be in the league.
That's right.
And that's very true.
He's got a big foot.
Yeah.
It's 25-12 here. And that ball's passed over the top. They tried to feed Schendel down low from Hunsinger. She just tossed a little bit too high. Bailey coming back in for Jothan. And Cashton will keep the pressure up as they're up by 13 here.
You know, it's still striking distance here when you think about it for the Norsemen.
And Berg with the turnover. And Heft with the conversion.
But that doesn't help. Well, the growing pains are going to get even a little more severe here with Aaron out tonight.
Overlay now by Booty. Heft had Helgerson in front of her, just couldn't get enough of a gap to get it to her. Nice backside rebound by Schendel, not able to connect. There's some girls with some banged up knees out there, aren't they? They play hard.
They do.
Berg, uncontested, just off the right side. All right.
Now that was quite the pass.
Yeah, and Helgerson just using muscle there, Ken.
That was Lindley Schendel with the pass, getting the assist on that one.
Another misfire. And again, Cashton just pushing the basketball. Helgerson curls into the lane. Nothing to it.
Well, she had an open look, and she also had Lauren Hunsinger all by herself underneath there. A
Ball
tie-up.
will stay with Cashton.
I'm going to say that tie-up was like a wrestling match down there.
And the Schrader-Sanders shift comes in for Cashton. And looks like there's a timeout on the floor. We'll see who gets it. Looks like Cashton. Nope, it is. I don't know the way he's pointing both directions.
Yeah.
I thought Steve Hunsinger said full.
It's
I'm
a
pretty
full.
sure.
It's a full.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll take a little break.
You know, Cashton, the nice, good athletes are strong too.
Yeah, you wonder, you know, the weight room program and that kind of stuff. They've got everything going that way.
Nice inside pass to Berg. Not able to connect, and she knocked it out of bounds. And the shooting woes continue for the Norse. Foul be committed, looks like on Miller.
Again, Lindley Schendel with a quick pass down low. Thanks going out to Eagle Title Company. That's Lori Holte for your peace of mind when it comes to title insurance if you're buying or selling. Working in from Coon Valley, of course, Monroe, La Crosse, and Vernon counties is where she concentrates.
And Sarah makes both of them, making it 33-12, 11-20 mark. Miller with the long ball off the back of the plate. Nice pass underneath. Oh, double dribble.
Yeah.
Wow, 3 refs out there. Neither of them saw it. That's hard to believe, Ken.
Yeah.
That's just hard to believe.
That's something else right there.
My goodness. Everybody in the stands all collectively went, oh. Well, Westby needs something here to stop this bleeding.
Yeah, it's now starting to get out of hand. Almost tough to come back now.
Benish and Booty coming in, not the way Westby's shooting.
When it was 25-12, you think, okay, you know, there's a chance, but now it's 35-12.
And Westby, Ken, I'm probably not shy of saying they have left at least 20 points off the scoreboard because of not being able to hit baskets right underneath the basket.
Oh, easily.
They've missed easily 10 right at dead point range.
Yep.
And it continues. Miller, quick pop, good look. Cook comes out of there. Now Heft with a shot over the top of the backboard. She's usually a pretty good shooter. She's going to struggle a little bit tonight.
She's not.
She can bury him when she gets rolling.
Yeah, not quite on form here. That's kind of the way it's been tonight. It's kind of a low-scoring game, I think.
Yeah, with all the misses. Both sides. I mean, Cashton's missed plenty, too.
Mm-hmm.
Benish now, she'll fire. Well, I would say the route is on.
Yeah, Cook able to capitalize on that one. And again, Cashton, they had Cook and Schrader down low ahead of the Norsemen.
Well, Westby, too, playing a lot of young kids right now, Ken. And all of them, the only experience they've had this year has been this year.
Sure.
It's been one of the program that just has lost some steam, and they're trying to bring some things back. They brought back Monday night ball handling and skills, which is much needed, and the focus just hasn't been there. And these kids are taking the brunt of it right now, and you want your squads to get better as the year goes by, but Westby just continues to struggle.
If they can hang in there and do the right things for next year, why?
They just got to keep battling.
That's really what it comes down to.
And you got some kids like that one right there. She's going to battle.
She does.
She'll go to the free throw line now, and that's Benish we're talking about.
Yeah. Thanks to the Wright Insurance Agency, Miranda Wright, American Family Insurance, Westby and Viroqua helping us out with the broadcast tonight. ADRC, the Asian Disability Resource Center of Vernon County, keeping an eye on senior citizens and disabled as well. Boy, and especially during all that cold weather. That was quite the streak for a while.
It was. Benish good on both. Flip side of that, Cashton side, Ken Hunsiger, he's got something going on here. He's has a real strong program. He's got a lot of youth involved. They play well. They know fundamental skills. Now we're going to foul, looks like on 21 with a push, or that can be on 11. It'll be on 11.
I think 11, yeah.
In Lease with the push. He loses 4 seniors. That'd be Cook, Sanders, Heft, and Helgerson. So all good players.
Yes.
Right on cue. Is Cook. That was just too easy. That's just all anticipation. Knew where it was going to come.
Yep. And then Cashton has some good kids coming back with Lindley Shendo. And I think, wasn't Heft? Yeah, no, Heft's a senior. That's right.
You got the Schraders coming back.
The Schraders, yeah.
Hunsiger coming back. Lauren.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, I talk about hustle right there.
Yep.
That was Benish again.
Yeah, she ain't going to give you anything but 100%.
Gaby Hyatt comes into the ball game along with Kate Wall for Cashton.
A couple young sophomores.
Yeah, there's a couple there that can help for next year too. Kate Wall, I tell you what, she's got a great eye on the threes.
And she comes away with it. She'll pull it up and dish it off here to Sanders. Now she'll swing it over. Now their offense kind of slowing down a little bit with some new blood on the floor. They're just running that baseline cut. A little sloppy with the ball right now is Cashton. Yep, lines up. Ooh, good cover by Bailey, and a good job keeping it. She'll pull up now and she'll hit it.
Oh, she does.
Well, Grace Bailey finds the basket, making this 39-16. 6.5 left here in this game.
Thanks to the Bank of Cashton, Scott Wall, and that great crew out here on Front Street. Beautiful facility there. Take a look at all the HSA information that they have. They're known for that far and wide.
Yeah, beautiful building. A lot of community stuff they host over there, too.
Yeah. A couple years ago, I taped, they did a Cashton music, the history of Cashton music. And, oh, gosh, it was outstanding. And they were
there was a little oom-pop out there.
Just a little. They had everything upstairs, in the bank there, and it was quite the informational situation. Well, we're going to get a timeout here. We'll take a break. We'll come right back with more action here at Cashton. Coming back off from the short timeout, our thanks going out to Bobby John, Sam Balto, and the crew out here on Front Street. And, of course, homemade from-scratch meals. Boy, you can't go wrong with that at Bobby John's.
No, that's under new ownership, too.
Yeah, Sam Balto, a former Westby alum.
Yeah. I stopped in there one day on the way back and grabbed a soda. I was so parched. And I wanted a soda can right out of one of the fountains.
The fountain, yep. I get a kick going in there. Sam has just got a great sense of humor.
Yeah. 5-12 here, 39-16 the score remains. I keep forgetting. I apologize for not announcing the score because sometimes, Ken, you usually have that little camera down
I do.
Yeah. Last time we were here, we talked about putting on the pipe behind us.
Yep.
Jumper baseline. That's a nice-looking jumper. Just hit the plate on the backside out of Miller. She's done that a few times this year, and it looks nice. I wish she'd do it more. And Hyatt had her foot on the line as she was trying to maneuver. Sarah Schrader back in, as is Morgan Turner. Berg will take a break, and Hyatt will take a break. 4:45, 39-16.
You got some rough-looking trees around the area, around your farm or your home, whatever it might be. Contact Cade Clearing. Brett and Riley Cade helping us out tonight. They're fully insured and free estimates.
Another one up from Miller's hand. Benish battling with Schrader. And Schrader gets it in the corner, throws it out ahead, and Helgerson gets it, and she'll dribble it out of bounds. Oh, they'll say that Miller knocked it away. Nice job defensively. And now Marley Schrader in. And she'll come in for Wall.
And again, there's when you say this, you're talking about that depth again, Dave, of the Cashton bench. Down to 4:15 to go in the game.
Jumper, left elbow, and gets the nice roll. Schundel, she's been quiet tonight too, Ken.
Yeah,
That's
she
only
has.
her sixth.
Is that right? Well,
usually she's good for a couple threes from the corner. I've been watching.
Yep.
Oh, that's just a late feed. And Schundel again, just strength. Or Helgerson.
Helgerson, yep.
She's one of those that burns all over her knees, huh?
You almost wonder, like, there's probably 3 of the 4 of the 5 girls out there with that, and you kind of think maybe you need to get some of those old volleyball knee pads from way back.
Well, as a coach, you love to see that. They're getting after it.
Yep.
That one tipped as Jolthan trying to get the shot away. Now, again, like we talked earlier, Ken, is you make a play you're not happy with, let it go. Got to get back.
Yep.
It's the play's not coming back to you. Get ready for the next one.
Hitting the 3-minute mark of the ball game, and our thanks to Carmen Fortune, your New Directions real estate expert. Contact Carmen. She'll give you a lot of great information. Time to buy, time to sell.
Again, a good idea by Turner. Just bad location with the pass. As she had Benish going through, she just threw it at the wrong spot. And I'm surprised Helgerson's still actually out there. And I think she's going to come off now. Because right now she's just going coast to coast.
Yeah, she is.
As
You're
she
right.
can. As she can.
Yep, that's for sure. Well, timeout on the floor. Our thanks to, how about Cashton Building Supply and CBS Design. That's that father-daughter combination, Kevin Kirking and Courtney Kuzi. Cashton Building Supply and CBS Designs here in downtown Cashton. And thanks to Ernie Peterson and his family and crew at Cashton Farm Supply, your organic farming experts. We'll take a break and be right back. Westby will bring the ball down the court here in the length of the court. We want to say thanks to Chaseburg Farmers Union Co-op, John Mislevicek, and all the co-op crew helping us out there in Upper Chaseburg.
Yeah, trying to feed that high post and just not there. And good play to deny the basket at least. Make him earn it from the line. That'll go against Miller, her third. And I'll put Marley Schrader at the line to shoot a couple.
Coon Valley Telecommunications helping us out, serving not only Coon Valley, but Chaseburg and the Stoddard area with your DSL. Tell you what, great internet packages, movie packages.
And Schrader good on both. Marley making a 31-point lead with 2 minutes left. Good skip pass across. Now inside to Bailey, back out to Jolfit. She gets a 3 on the way. And just ripped out of there by Sarah Schrader, and down the floor she comes.
Final sponsor for us tonight is Evinger's Equipment Sales and Service. That's Mark Evinger on the north side, downtown. Well, actually, I guess we could say more north side of Viroqua. They service what they sell. They've got some great stuff there, folks. Steel, chainsaws, and more.
Timeout. Looks like it was a 2-pointer from Sanders.
I think they're just going to rotate people in.
Yep.
No, now they're going to. No, they do want to talk. They looked over at Coach Hebner, and he kind of nodded his head like, yeah, I'll take the timeout and talk things over. We'll take a timeout also. Here in this ball game, and again, coming down the court here, length of the court, are the Norsemen. They've, the young part of them still kind of showing up here, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Both teams putting in their younger players.
And well, that's just kind of the story of underneath the basket, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just not going in.
Nothing's going to fall for you.
Bailey will pick up the foul, only the 4th team, so the clock will keep going. Again, I don't mind a hustle foul, right?
Yep. But it kind of goes back, a little bit of a weird game because, like you said, neither team, nobody's really kind of exploded point-wise. Even though the score is 49-16, there's been struggles there.
Yeah, and it came on, 12 second-half points from Helgerson on basically steals and breakaways.
Uh-huh.
Plays like that.
Is that Pieper? Made that one. Got her name on the board.
Berg blocked by Hyatt. Now see they walk back.
Yep.
I don't care if there's 3 seconds on the game. You never walk, right?
You got to hustle, right?
Yeah. That so ends at 51. My goodness. To 16. Westby only putting 6 on the board in the second half compared to, oh my goodness, 30?
Well, I was going to say probably pretty close, right? Was 20, was it 21-10?
30, 31.
31, okay. Yeah. Well, I'll be back here tomorrow night with boys ball game as Cashton will host Royal.
That should be a good one, huh?
That should be a decent one.
Really good one.
Yeah, it should be a fun one there to call. So if you can't make it here, why, be sure to pass the word. We'll have this back on the Twitch Cashton channel tomorrow night with the Royal Panthers come to town. Well, Dave, thanks so much for coming up and helping out. Your voice, it seemed like it got better and stronger.
It's a little sore now, but it'll be all right.
Well, I appreciate that help, and make sure you get Aaron healed up there now. So, all right, for Dave Gluck, I'm Ken Manning saying we'll see you tomorrow night right back here on the Hardwood in Cashton. The Eagles getting the big win over the Norsemen on the girls' side. So long, everyone.